Previously on Twilight's Edge. It is the calm before the proverbial storm. Our adventurers deal with some business before deciding if they will aid Genevieve and her people with their plan. Personal problems, challenges, and relationships are revealed, but at the end of the evening, the entire group decides to assist in the ambush, resting well before they move to free some very important prisoners.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Tumble Through podcast and the Twilight.
Whoa, we're a Tumble Through. Yeah.
Did I leave the stove on?
I am your GM, Crifu Bernal. My pronouns are he, him. And the sun is coming up on what could be a big day for our concerned citizens. Is that what we're calling them?
It's not a homeowners association.
Oh, God.
Hi, I'm Marcus, pronouns are he, him, and I play Zakoon, the Grave Orc Oracle, who is very excited about this concerned citizens, not homeowners association mission we're going on. Evan, how do you feel?
Oh, hi, I'm Evan, pronouns he, him, and playing Nico, a Rainfall Orc, who is now in a romantic situation. Also he, him, not a homeowner association member.
Hi, I am Anna. I use they pronouns, and I'll be playing Lowen, he, they pronouns, who is a Hellspawn Nephilim wizard, who is very not that interested. He likes to just tease Nico about this whole thing because he finds that funny.
My name is Aida. My pronouns are she and her. I am playing Sombra, who is a fetchling or Kyle monk whose pronouns are she, they, and she needs to talk to the manager, and she did not bring the original receipts with her.
Hey, I'm Pan, he, they, she, and I'm playing Flint, he, him, the Kobold Ruffian Rogue, and also Datari, a copper of sorts. I wasn't here last week, so I'm looking forward to enjoying all the juicy tea that I missed out on. Flint, however, is not. He wants to get the job done.
The sun has barely even begun to rise when you are all stirred from your various sleeping spots here in the shrine, wherever they may be, on a pew somewhere in a corner, on top of the dining room table. Maybe Viti and Nico are snuggled up somewhere in the gardening shed. Who knows?
The gardening shed.
But the morning comes and you are all awoken and given a light breakfast. Genevieve also pulls out a chest from a back room. And as you're all kind of getting ready and waking up, she opens up the chest and says, well, I've got some supplies here. I figured since you all are taking on the biggest risk to your lives for this mission, you should get these supplies. She pulls out 6 minor healing potions.
Oh.
And she pulls out 2 scrolls. I think you have some spellcasters. I don't know who could use these. You don't have to identify these because they're already identified as 1 scroll of Cleanse Affliction and 1 scroll of Restoration. Although I think with the remaster, they kind of do the same thing. Yeah, we have our party Oracle Divine Spellcaster nodding. But they technically, I was reading it, they technically do different things.
Okay, well,
Marcus is nodding.
I am just quickly fact-checking it. They do different things. I think Cleanse Affliction just got a new name in the remaster. So they do... No, it even has the same name. So they didn't get, at least not name-wise, updated. Maybe mechanically they act a little bit differently. But we can work with these. We can make something out of these.
Right. They do 2 different things, but
exactly
very similar.
Yeah.
And Lowen, sorry, these are not on the arcane spell list, so you won't be able to learn them.
I just saw that as well. I was like, wait a second.
If you had trick magic item, you could probably cast them, but otherwise.
Going by the casters we have in the party, it would either be Nico or Zekun who can cast, who can use these scrolls.
Sombra looks into the crate, sees the vials with the glowing red liquid, and pops one up, and you see her like affix it somewhere near her waist.
Yeah, I reckon we take one each. Yeah, I'll take the last one then. And in that case, if we need a spare, I've got spare.
As you're grabbing things, Fiosa is explaining, my reports say there should be about 10 armatures accompanying the carriage. If the plan goes right, the distraction group will be able to distract at least 4 of them on their war horses. That leaves the combat group, that's you guys, to deal with the other 6. Plus the big crossbow on top of the carriage. Plus, they're being accompanied by their sponsor, a young and gifted Hell Knight signifier named Shanwen. What kind of name is that?
The kind you only need to say once, I suppose.
He's a cleric of, you guessed it, Asmodeus. So there will be a magic user on their side.
Well, we have no lack of magic users on our side.
Yeah, but they do have numbers.
Well, that isn't the problem, is it? Or are you doubting our abilities, Flint?
Not at all. Just making sure that we've got a plan going in. I reckon we deal with that magic user first. Make sure he can't give us any nasty tricks.
Right, the magic user, and you mentioned a large crossbow or something atop of the wagon?
She looks up at you. Yeah, there's a big crossbow bolted to the top of the carriage.
Well, we need to disable the artillery, disable the caster, and then deal with the rest as quick as possible.
Right.
Genevan explains that while you're leading the attack on the carriage, I'll take the distraction group in a feint ambush. We've got bags of caltrops, and we should be able to take those war horses out. That'll definitely stop the carriage so that you'll have time to move in. The big question is do we want to use the bridge? And there's montage as you're kind of looking at maps. The bridge that goes over a small river, we can hide in the river and pop out there. Or do we want to wait further down the road and wait in the woods and ambush them there? Either one has its merits. Either one's not worse than the other.
Hey, Nico, do you have any spells that could use the water to our advantage?
How do you mean to our advantage? What, to get through them or to make it harder for people to get through?
I don't know, think about it. You're trying to get through a river and then a bit of it freezes around you. You're buggered.
You would be buggered, yes. I don't.
Fair play. What's the ask?
I've got some spells that could make, well, it's only a short term, make it difficult terrain with rocks and stuff.
If we're tackling them in the river, we're already going to be we'll know we're in the river. They won't. But everyone's going to have a hard time in water. What do you reckon, Zakon?
Well, the bridge sounds like a place which we can use as a funnel, where we could have more control on how many can get past us anyway. Once we have the wagon completely delayed there, if the distraction party does the job right, that bridge can be like a perfect funnel for us.
Ah, nice. Keep in a hallway of sorts.
Exactly.
I could use that rock.
Yeah.
Difficult terrain just on the end of one of the, and then they can't move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
funnel them
it'd
right
be
in.
difficult for them to move, especially if it's a wagon.
I think that'll work better, provided we have places for cover. The closer we are to that crossbow, the least effective it's going to be. But if we're all bunched up, I don't know what kind of magic they got. I know any of these Asmodeus lovers, they have a thing for fire usually.
Yeah.
Grifo, Zekun actually has warfare lore. Is there something that I could use to assess if one of them would be better?
Go for it.
Right.
That's a pretty cool use for that. I like that.
I love it whenever there's a chance to use a lore skill.
Yeah.
I rolled a total of 12 on there. I'm going to keep that result.
You're not completely sure.
No.
With Sombra's note about cover is definitely a keen note. And if you look up, you can see Genevan considering it. There is a spot north of the bridge where a lot of logging was happening. Sorry, that would be west there are a lot of tree stumps there that you could use for cover as you come out of the forest.
Nice ambush spot. That works.
At the bridge, your best bet would be sitting under the bridge and then popping out. You'd be, if the stone spell, she like looks at Nico, works properly, they wouldn't have anywhere to move and you'd be right there to jump on top of them.
I don't know. I'm thinking the bridge could work nicely to keep the ballista at bay.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Let's just go with that. No matter how much we're going to plan right now, if and when things go shit, the plan doesn't mean anything later. We'll just improvise as we go.
Great.
My favorite.
Larko, Hermolos, Amaya, and Viti have all gone ahead to secure horses for us. Morris, she turns to Joe Locke, the young teen. It's up to you to hold down the fort here. We're gonna need a safe space to come back to after all this. And I know Ariel will be overjoyed to see you when he gets back. And he sort of like stiffens up, shoulders back. Yes, ma'am.
Sombra turns to Fios, is like, you don't move a fucking inch from this place. You stay safe.
Sorry, but I'm coming with. Iomade doesn't expect her priests to fall, to stay behind. I'm going to fight and I will free Ariel.
Iomade expects to have priests, not dead ones.
If I fall, then I will see her on the other side.
You fucking punch her arm for me then.
And she goes and grabs the short sword and like attaches it to her belt.
Even as Fiosa does that, Sombra is going to just bend over and like really reassuredly hug Fiosa.
She makes a face. Out of character, I never got the. It's interesting because I never got the vibe in our prologue that Sombra and Fiosa were like particularly close or had known each other very long.
Oh, we haven't? I thought that Fiosa had been giving me jobs for quite some time.
Yeah, but it didn't. We can cut this out, but I never got the vibe. I felt always business.
Okay. Then let me retract that. And Sombra will just turn around.
Because you've been leaning in this direction, and so I'm trying to figure out how Fiosa's supposed to react.
Okay. Sombra's absolutely just projecting protection, protective. No more of these people dying on my behalf.
Like noticing that because there is a little, it's taking her off guard. The way you're so protective of her, and so she sort of like pushes you off a little bit and says, Sombra, thank you for your concern. And thank you for, she kind of catches herself. And thank you for choosing to be here. You don't know how much it means to us.
I don't say it enough. Thanks for doing what you do. I just hate that the worst can happen.
She nods like hesitantly and smiles. It's nice to see this side of you. The one that cares.
Just stay around a bit longer.
You got it.
Sombra will do the cool thing, turn around and not look back.
I think Lowen would reach into his backpack and he pulls out this little bottle that seems to have like a kind of a moving kind of lightning bolt in it. And he's like, does anyone have any use for this? I picked it up at some point. And it's bottled lightning, Lester.
What's it do?
It's a bomb.
Yes.
A lightning bomb.
Essentially, yes. What I gather. I've never used one, so I don't quite know what the exact effects are, but...
Is that the kind of thing we can start with?
Supposedly.
I mean, that's exactly the kind of thing you start with. Taking out a ballista with a bomb? Perfect.
Right? Anyone want to do the honors? I'm not the best aim.
That sounds loud, though.
I'm pretty sure stabbing everyone will be just as loud. Listen, he takes out his rapier. I got this, I stab. It keeps us from being stabbed. My point is, this is going to be loud either way. Better to start strong with a bomb.
Yes, and why not go in with a bang, right?
What does it mean to be good at throwing said bomb?
It's a bomb, so it's need a strike action to throw it, and since you're going to throw it, that's going to be dex based.
Sombra has a +7.
Wow.
Yeah. Lowen just holds it out for whoever would feel called to do it.
This will feel good throwing. Then, if it's alright with you, if we get there, let this be the first action.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds good to me.
We go from there.
I reckon if we can hit the ballista first with a big shot, that would be a great boon.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll throw out the ballista.
I think Nico's looking a little worried about all the talk of stabbing and bombs, but sort of like sucks it up and...
Flint's going to sidle over to Nico and say, "You alright, lad?" Wait, sorry, that was weirdly Scottish out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened there.
Why I am.
I don't know what happened. He'll sidle up to Nico and say, "Hey, how you holding up?"
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, good.
Listen, I appreciate that this is definitely a lot. What were you doing in the city before? He looks around, all this.
I was, just making a home for people who are new to the place, trying to make it comfortable for newcomers, trying to make it comfortable for people like myself.
Well, an orc commune.
Yeah, well, kind of, but not just orcs,
Oh,
other folks, like the Leshy up in the Ramble Gardens.
I understand. That's admirable work. Myself, I come from a clutch, just kobolds. They tend to library, and I understand what it means to try and make a home for people that you're close to, whether through blood or through otherwise.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, I get it. Part of making a home is making sure that they're safe, making sure they're fed, which is something I'm good at,
Right.
but also making sure they're safe, and that's why I'm here. I guess I want people to be safe. I want my friends to be safe, but I'm not good with I'm not good with violence. I don't like it.
Right.
But I will protect.
That's all I ask. For my half, I'm in this for my clutch mate, my sister. I want to make sure that, like you said, she's safe. That all our kin are safe. I don't jump into this lightly, and I'm glad to have you on board. I understand that you might be a little less...
Hey, Flint, you don't have to worry about me. I'm committed to this.
I'm not at all. Believe me. I just want to make sure you understand that I don't see you as any lesser for not wanting to get, into the thick of things. I understand that it's about keeping people safe, and as you said, needs must. But you're obviously not a man of war, and so the fact that you are going to it is all the more sacrifice on yourself. So I want you to know that I appreciate it, and I will stand by you.
Oh, you know what? Thanks, Flint. I appreciate that. And I know that you've got family on the line, and I would die for my family. I'm not being dramatic. That's something that I would do.
That's what I. No drama here.
So, yeah.
How about we don't die and we get to taste your food again?
Jesus Christ, Silver,
Oh,
every
my
time.
God. You're so
Crying out loud. You've got to
We
just
get
like,
to taste
we should
your
put a bell on
food
you or something.
again.
God.
All right, time to move out, Genevan says as the sun starts to come up. I was going to say, Zekun, you are the only one who has one healing potion miner. Would you like the last one?
You're
Muted.
Muted.
Marcus.
And there we go.
I can't say anything.
I thought I was being polite here and leaving that for others.
No, take it.
Everyone
Take
to
it.
that too?
Yeah, we're good.
Everyone has at least two.
And we
besides
can't
you.
share them out during battle, so just grab it.
Then I'm just gonna take that myself.
I think before they leave, Lowen would go over to Morris and just be like, "Don't get any funny ideas. Stay here.
I'll see you when you get back."
Right. Be safe."
He nods and he looks kind of worried as he waves goodbye to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'll restock my gauntlets with bits of cutlery from the kitchen.
I'm drawing my
nice.
dagger before we go in because I need that one.
Sure, we still have like at least an hour to
yeah,
get
true.
out of the city.
Fair enough.
We move up north through the Regos to Rego Crua, and then west out of a gate there, where indeed the other four are awaiting for you with horses. And a fifth person, Gorvio.
I thought you were going to say I'd like to call in our surprise guest for this episode.
Yeah.
First person. You've been waiting 2.5 hours, but
Yeah.
Gorvio is a young human man, like with strong freckles across his tanned skin, and sandy blonde hair. And he's got like buck teeth with like a gap in them as he like smiles. Hi, I'm Gorvio.
Yeah, Gorvio.
Please don't let the horses get hurt. My uncle will kill me. You got to return them after all this.
We would never. I am a great fan of horses. I try and pet the horse.
I will look after your horses, Gorvio. Don't worry. Using my horse lore.
To Sombra's eyes, does Gorvio look like he has seen a fight, that he has some capacities? If I look over at, assuming he's on the horse and he's holding the reins, how are his hands?
He's good with horses. You can see that his hands are
calloused.
They're calloused, but like going into combat, not so much. Besides Genevan, the other three that like look like they might know how to use the short swords at their side are Ermolo, Slarko, and Amaya, who they seem to be the more mature trio as part of this group.
Anyone who's watched any of my streams, as an aside,
Evan has a thing.
Oh no.
They tend to die. Any horse.
Don't let it happen. Not this time.
No horses will be harmed on this podcast.
Yeah, this is not the time to horse around people.
Are we there yet?
You know what? That was too easy. That doesn't count. That was too easy.
Oh, jeez. The buck stops here.
No, Evan.
Oh, not you too.
Look how huge this map is. What a nice change.
That's good. Yeah, it's a very nice change.
So open.
Yeah, it's so.
It's like too
Look,
open.
there's vegetation.
It's just one extreme to the
Don't
other.
get too excited though, because you know we have to jump over the friggin' river every 5
The
seconds.
water is blue.
The horses ride out in about an hour west from West Crown. We come to the bridge in the direction of Citadel Ravad. Gorvio takes your horses with him and sort of takes everybody's horses and moves them sort of away so that they won't get into any danger here. Then the distraction crew goes down maybe about like 50-60 feet from where the bridge is and begins laying caltrops all over the ground. They'll hide in bushes and behind these stones further down to distract the armatures that should be on war horses. But the 5 of you are left at the bridge to make your own preparations.
Looks like there's enough room for us to maybe hide under the bridge by the shore. That looks good. Somebody you'll probably want to be towards
Sombra needs the best line of sight for tossing the bottle lightning.
Yeah.
somebody will be about the east, near that pillar. That'll get you right on them as they come through the bridge.
Does everybody have the position they want to have in here?
Are these pillars on the bridge big enough to hide me?
If you crouch down behind them,
Yeah.
Yeah. I would do the same probably.
If I go on this side over here, then I can get up on the carriage as well, having moved
Right.
horses and stuff.
So yeah, I'm thinking that horses and carriage aren't going to be able to turn around the bridge. It's not going to be
No,
enough
not
room.
easily.
No. So once they get a bit closer onto the bridge, I'll cast my spell to make it difficult terrain at the end here.
Mm.
Yeah? I'll wait for the signal, which will be the sound of a bomb, I guess.
Yeah. That is a good signal, yeah.
So it sounds above the table like there's going to be 2 delayed actions. Sombra tosses bomb, and then Nikau does the terrain. And all actions are held until those 2 things are resolved?
Yeah.
Question
Yeah.
mark?
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Okay.
after about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, as everyone's sort of waiting, the sun is rising. It's going to be another hot day on late Eridus. Oath Day, it's Thursday. Eventually, you start hearing the pounding of hooves, and you can see 4 Helm Knights on war horses leading this group, followed by 4 more horses pulling an armored carriage. The carriage is quite the sight, as you can see half a dozen Hell Knights on the carriage itself. A few of them are like hanging off the side. 2 are in the front sort of driving, and indeed you see one on top like holding on to a large sized crossbow. As the 4 warhorsed Hell Knights cross the bridge, the distraction crew come out waving weapons and sort of like shouting. It's a little comical when you see Fiosa and Yako sort of chasing after the rest of them, the tall folk. But with the caltrops laid out, the armigers there sort of slow down and quickly rear their horses. The carriage then follows suit, and by the time it's starting to slow down, it's crossing the bridge. Let's roll initiative.
Let's go.
I'm going to use stealth for initiative because, stealthing.
Oh, great. 4. Okay, the carriage goes last, which is going to help very well.
Excellent.
And Nico goes first.
The massively dexterous carriage.
Nico goes first.
The horses are about to exit the bridge. What do you do?
So I'm crouched behind this pillar, and I cast Scatter Scree. I evoke a jumble of rocks in the area. Scattering rocks deal 2d4 bludgeoning damage. I'm not targeting anyone. There's no one in this area, so that should be all right. The ground in the area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. I'll place it in a line, sort of like 10 foot across, well, basically in front of those horses.
Cool. That was 2 actions. What do you do for your third?
I'll ray shield.
There you go.
Good one.
Sombra. Wow, perfect.
I'm gonna jump up and toss the bottled lightning. And the Hell Knight armature that's here in the center is the ballista.
Yes, that is the...
Okay, so I am specifically targeting the crossbow. Total 14. I think I want to re-roll this with a hero point.
Yes,
Go for it.
hero
Let's go.
point. Come on.
I re-rolled and from a 14 to a 20.
Yeah!
And Sombra
Let's go.
just
That's the one.
sort of jumps up and vaults, and with her right arm swing as hard as she can. Hopefully, the bottle makes a good hard impact on that ballista before exploding, and everyone hears is thunder. Max damage for 8 points of damage.
7 points. 7 points of damage to the main target, and 1 point of damage to each armiger next to him.
Nice.
So the bottled lightning hits the crossbow, and as it does, you can see it. The liquid inside covers the arms of the armiger that's holding on to the crossbow, frying them, and leaving them draped over the crossbow. The other 4 all take 1 point of electricity damage as it zaps onto them. Oh shit!
That was one action.
Oh shit! Oh god! Sombra!
Nice.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Sombra will use a second action for a crane stance. Not that it has vacated her hand. And immediately sort of slides out, and you just hear the gravel being pushed aside as she crouches down and gets into attack stance. And for third action, fuck it, this is going to hurt. She's going to raise her shield, and she's going to prepare for the melee that's probably going to be incoming.
The carriage rears to a halt with the scatter screen and the lightning bolt, lightning flask that just explodes everything and straight up kills one of the armigers. The armigers are also hold on to the carriage, yelling, and one of them is going to jump off the back and begin moving towards where they saw that shit happening.
Yeah, you could put it like that.
Oh, there's some shit happening over there.
So yeah, literally hops off, comes over here, sees Sombra around the corner, is going to go ahead and pull his longsword out, and for third action, strike. It's not a power attack, don't worry, I don't have any more actions for that, but 21 will still hit
Beats it.
On the button.
Ow.
for 11 points of damage.
Oh
damn.
shit, they hit really
Oh
hard.
shit! Oh no!
We've got dissidents, they shout.
Interlopers.
I have a second armature that is going to is going to move to the crossbow, grab it, and aim Nico.
Oh no, no.
Nico, you're gonna get some light cover for this. I'm gonna give you some lesser cover.
From the pillar?
Yeah, just because there are people and horses in the way, but like I can, I've got a clear shot, and you cast that spell, so
Yeah.
Yeah, can I not cast crouched behind a pillar?
you've got lesser cover. So
Kaboom! That's 23 to hit.
23. That should be a 21. I tried to put a -2 on there, but yeah, that's going to hit.
What does Ray's shield do? Nothing.
Well, it increased your armor class.
It's going to do. It should do double that actually because it's a large crossbow. So you should be taking 14 points of damage.
Oh my god.
We need to clear out the people on that wagon.
Yeah.
That crossbow cannot be manned.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm almost dead.
Oh.
And that was his turn. Flint.
Stab.
Cool. Wow. Cool. No, absolutely not. Flint pops around the corner, sees the mess that's going on, sees the ballista being reloaded, and says, "Nope." They take a shot for 22 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Yes.
That's one. Still, that's okay. Gonna take another shot, reload, and then strike again. So shoot, reload, shoot. 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right, damage again for. Oh yes.
That's more like it.
8 damage. That's more like it.
There you go. Describe your kill.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Just looking up and seeing that they keep manning the ballista. There's a moment of panic in Flint's eyes, but then that turns to steel, and they take 2 shots.
Okay, you've killed 2 of the armigers. Holding on to the reins of the carriage is an armored man who's clearly a cut above the rest. He's got this like red beard that's coming out, and he stands up. Fools! You dare stand against the order of the rack! He turns and points like an ironed finger at you, Flint, and says, "Jump!" and casts command.
Oh.
Hi.
So as he does this, you can see these diabolic like runes appear around him, and it'll shoot straight towards you and envelop your mind. You need to hit that save DC 16 will button.
Oh, wow. Okay. Awesome. Let's go. Hey! That's a dirty
That's a
20.
success. You're unaffected.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, Flint spits and goes, "You first."
Nice.
For his third action, he will say a single word in diabolic as a magical shield appears around him. I've got 2 more armigers on the wagon. This one is going to climb down
Need to light these guys up.
and like jump on top of the bridge right next to where you are, Flint. Draw his longsword and bring it down on top of you. 24 to hit for 7 points of damage.
That
These
gets it.
guys are dynamite.
7 damage gets it.
And I've got one more Hell Knight. I'm gonna go over here, 5'10", to take on Sombra. Draws her longsword and will bring it down. You dare stand against us! Critical miss!
As I just push forward with my shield, trying to just completely knock this person off balance, and you hear like the wood rattle against the metal of that sword, and she immediately just steps back into place.
Zekun.
Okay, so there's been this zapping from the bottle lightning, sounds of fighting breaking out on the southern end of this bridge. Sombra, holding up her shield, is pretty battered, and Zekun also heard some groaning from Nico behind him. And there is he has a clear line of sight to Sombra, and he's going to channel his divine energy, and as my first action, I will cast Lifelink on Sombra, which means that first of all, she restores 3 hit points.
Nice.
But also, the first time each round that Sombra takes damage, reduce the damage it takes by 3 to a minimum of 0, and then I take that damage for Sombra.
Jesus.
And then with my remaining 2 actions, as like you see now, there's this very faint golden line between Sombra and Zakoon crossing the river here past this bridge. And now along that line, Zakoon channels more divine magic. That tether glows for a moment as I use 2 actions to cast heal at range at Sombra. And Sombra will restore 15 hit points from that, as like there's just this golden glow from the tether that envelops Sombra, and Zakoon just whispers to himself, "Okay, a little bit rougher than expected," and that's my turn.
All right, we come to Lowen.
Oh my god, Nico, hide.
Yeah, I will definitely hide. No, it made sense. You were like, you've got 2 on you. I'm at range.
So, Lowen steps from around the pillar of the bridge, kind of onto the bridge, sort of like, kind of calmly, in a very arrogant Lowen fashion. And he just inhales deeply, and then he sticks out his tongue, and what you see is his tongue is forked at the end slightly, and both the tips are burning, and he just like exhales very loudly, and just this burst of fire comes out of his mouth, and the one in range need to make a reflex save. Critical success and a critical failure. Okay, cool. Wonderful.
Our priest of hell knows his hellfire.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense. Okay, let me roll the damage. That is 6 points of fire damage.
Okay, the armature that was attacking Flint burns up to a crisp and just like falls into the river and gets swiftly pushed away.
Much obliged.
Whereas Shanwen, the priest of Asmodeus, quickly like turns and uses the carriage for cover to avoid all of the fire coming from your spell.
Yeah, that makes sense. And those are also all of my
sense.
actions, which is great because I am perfectly in view right now.
Wide open.
but that's fine. That's my turn.
Okay, this is the last combatant in this round. So this armature is going to hop down off of the carriage and come around town.
I have more friends?
Come around town. From downtown. It's Armature with a steel chair.
Wants to join our side, our team, our struggle.
Yeah.
I love the way you ambushed us. Let me on board.
So I can't quite reach Lowen from around the carriage.
Good.
Never felt,
Yeah, what a shame.
I never felt truly comfortable wearing a boob window.
Yeah.
So
So then we'll take another step and draw their longsword. I guess that's it. We go to round 2.
oh, you are so lucky, though.
Yeah. Because every one hit right, I would have probably been dead, or at least dropped.
Would have cleaved in half.
Yeah.
Round 2, Nico.
So in the last round, Nico took a full ballista bolt
Yeah,
to
nasty.
the shoulder, like raised their shield. It did nothing. It just smashed through the shield into their shoulder, like almost like staggered them back, and has still got the ballista sticking out of them, bleeding profusely and breathing heavily. He'll stand up and he'll clutch his druidic focus, and he'll stare at Shanwen, and he'll start casting, and you just see like the pebbles from that difficult terrain in the bridge lift off the ground, and then force will go out. He'll cast Fear on Shanwen. DC 17 will save.
Come on, scared.
Hurry up and suck.
Yeah.
Eat shit,
Damn,
Shanwen.
plus 8 will save. Roll a 12, fail.
So yeah, you just see they'll just be haunted by this visage of Nikau, which is backlit by horrific forests, like jungles, and twisting vines reaching into their mind.
Well, shit.
That was 2 actions. And with that, he'll stride underneath the bridge. Doot, 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 out of sight.
All right, Sombra, you've got 2 armatures, but you're backed up from the other side of the river by a masochistic oracle.
Sombra turns around and kind of gives Zekun a bit of a nod, turns back with resolve, and starts trying to kick the shit out of the armature right in front of her. Flurry of blows. First attack is a 23 as she picks up her leg, bends her knee, and kicks it straight into the center of that armature's chest
That'll hit.
for a total of 5 bludgeoning damage.
That's a kill. Or, in your case, a KO.
As pushes, and I imagine the armature just kind of goes crumbling down. And with the same momentum, with her foot still in the air, but sans armature, she's going to kick up her other foot and try to jump, twist, kick the other armature with her second flurry of blow.
Come
For
on.
a total 17.
Oh,
That hits.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
A total of 5 damage, bludgeoning damage.
Another KO.
Bam,
That splash
bam.
damage really helped you out here.
The back of my heel goes crumbles into the side of the armature's helmet. And as I finish, I'm standing and the 2 armatures in front of me are not. For my second action,
Oh,
Yes,
what?
just one action.
I love
Some
that.
monks.
Mug action,
I'm going to
damn.
stride over to the armature that is bothering Lowen. And I'm going to try to slide into them, thus trying my third action. I rolled a natural 1, but we're going to reroll this. 'Cause I regret this.
Hero point.
Yeah.
Come on, hero
Hero
point.
point.
As I go in running and I slide into this guy's knees. 6 damage.
Yeah, that's another KO.
As you hear just these cracks of bone.
Hey!
Nice.
Thank you, Sombra.
Nice. Sick.
This is why we keep the monk alive.
Yeah.
Snapping
And for
ankles.
my fourth action, I stand up and I just look over my shoulder at Shawin, and I end my turn.
Wait, you get 4 actions? God damn.
No, I don't. I get it only to be badass.
Okay.
Amazing. Flint.
Shamwin is covered in like.
Yeah. What does fear do for Shaman exactly? Is it Aiden? Right?
Just -1 to everything.
But no, he failed. That's minus 2 to
so
everything,
minus
right?
2 to everything.
He's frightened too. You're correct.
And that means all the numbers go down by 2. He's easier to hit.
Nice.
He's easier
Flint,
to
fuck him up.
intimidate. Let loose on this guy.
He's crying. He's probably crying, right?
Yeah, I go over there, I switch weapon, and I'm just going to stand. Oh! But you saw it was almost a 20, right?
Shanwin's turn.
He jumps down from the carriage with the mace in hand and says, Aditari, how dare you stand against us? How dare all of you? He's got a mace in one hand, and on the other hand, he like twists it and it begins to burn in void energy. As he tries to, first off, he's going to strike you.
Is that a thing? Is void
void
energy a thing?
That's the new name for negative energy.
Oh, okay. I hate it.
So as it twists, he swings the mace down at you.
Hits.
23 is going to hit for 8 points of damage.
Finish down.
Down.
Yep.
No.
Oh, shit.
Did Flint get?
Flint
Second
already
hit.
got hit before.
And Flint got hit good. I don't want to give the GM any ideas, but if Flint goes down there, Lowen is standing at the end of that
thanks.
rope.
Sombra did a cool ass
True.
look at the.
So I've got 1 action left, and I was planning on using a 1 action harm on Flint, but now he's down. I guess I still could.
Good.
Legally, yes.
That'd be fucked. That'd be
It's in your
fucked up.
power.
That'd be
It's in your
fucked up.
power.
So I'm taking that arm back. As you go down, he's gonna just go ahead and pop up another shield. Okay. There's only one combatant left in this. Zekun, it's your turn.
Zekun is Zekun sees by this very faint glowy tether that is linked to Sombra that Sombra has moved towards a direction, and he's going to spend at least one action to get a little bit screwed by the scatter scree. Wait, let me remeasure that. Oh yeah, I can with one action. Could I move here, or is the horse in the way?
You can technically move into a space of a creature that's larger than you, but it's definitely going to be difficult terrain.
Okay, so I'm gonna move in there. This horse that is probably all upset. I'm quickly trying to whoa, calm it down a little. With my remaining 2 actions, I see that Flint is down on the ground. This figure is Shanwen looming over him with a mace in hand. And I'm going to spend another first rank spell slot to cast a 2-action heal to get Flint away from dying. That is a grand total
very
of
nice.
16 hit points
Thank
back to
you.
Flint.
Nice.
Oh, what a clutch move.
There is some more of that divine energy going off from Zekun. And now I'm standing there still trying with one hand calming that horse I'm standing next to, while with the other I'm directing holy energy
Multitasking.
towards Flint, and that is my
Wow,
turn.
class turn, dude.
Lowen.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. If it works, that would be great, but we'll have to see. Lowen's going to look at this guy, and in Diabolic, will go kneel and cast command
Nice.
and return.
Uno reverse. Uno reverse.
So let's see if that
Oh,
was
he's
17
got fear on
DC.
him. Has he still got fear on him, or
His fear would be lowered by 1 at this
Yeah,
point.
that's
So
what I was
he's
thinking.
So
Fright-
he's still
frightened
frightened
1.
And he fails, so so he would have to kneel. And Lowen looks very smug about it. Considering he got shield up, I'm gonna use my last action to use my Hand of the Apprentice to flick the knife over, try and hit him. Because if he uses a shield, he would at least use his reaction. So
Smart.
I would have to try and hit.
That's actually good, fishing out that reaction.
Yeah.
You have a hero point, friend.
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah,
hero
nice.
point that.
Good thinking.
Yes.
That was a 2. It was nearly a nat 20. Reroll using a hero point. That's much better. That's a 23
nice.
to
That
hit.
hits.
Which would be the same. That's full damage. It's 8 points of damage.
Nice.
He takes it as the knife, the dagger, just finds a perfect spot in the one of the boob windows.
We've got to stop it. We've got to stop aiming
So he's
these
not
big
using a
windows.
shield then.
He's got multiple boob windows.
Yeah, just a straight in a bit window.
There's
Right,
one because
okay.
he's a signifier. He's got
Yeah,
hip
they've got
windows.
like cooler. They've got like more stuff on them.
Yeah, the knife just then flings back into Lowen's hand. And that's the end of my turn.
Round 3.
So he's now prone as well.
Nico.
Let me get him.
Well, he'll go prone on his next turn.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I really want to help up
Dude,
top.
look,
Who's
heal up
next?
yourself,
That's
dude.
fine.
Look
That's
up.
fine. That's
look up
fine.
here.
Yep.
Don't end up like me.
Yeah. So I'll carry on the action was to go down, be safe, drink a potion. I'll do that. I'll absolutely do that. So one action is to grab it out of whatever gear I've got. Second one, drink it. Oh god. 2
Hit points are hit points.
hit points are hit points. And third action will be to stride back out to there.
All the way to the north of the bridge, past your scatter scree barrier.
Yep.
Looking down at the mayhem on the bridge.
Yeah. I can see everyone there. I can help from there. And hopefully I won't get in trouble from there. That's me.
All right, Sombra.
So Sombra Naruto runs towards up, sees Flint, and briefly stops along the way and just kind of pushes his shoulders, say like, "Come on, job's not done yet," encouragingly. and is going to move.
She's so bad at this.
Need to move opposite Flint, Shaman, and is going to try to just wail on this guy. So let's go. Flurry of blows.
You might not need it the way Sombra's been hitting.
Total 19.
That hits.
As I go for an uppercut, I just punch underneath the chin, bend my knees, and push upwards for a total of 3 damage. And I do it again.
You do it again.
Yeah.
Map. For a total of dirty 20.
That hits.
As his body comes down, I'm going to pull my arm back, and this one is going to go into the soft bit underneath the ribs. A total of 5 bludgeoning damage.
Describe your KO.
Nice.
Nice. Yes.
I'm gonna get I'm gonna give myself a third action as I just like grab this priest by the collar, hold him up, put his face to mine, and just like almost spit back in his face in diabolic. Fuck you and everything you stand for. You burn in hell. And I just want to drop him over my knee.
Well, like Bane style?
Yeah.
His eyes go wide as you say that, and the fear that hasn't left his eyes in a while solidifies. Okay, we quickly run around to the back of the carriage, and as the doors open, as you open the doors, you see 2 figures huddled in there. And we'll meet those figures next time on Tumble Through.
Tumble Through. Tumble Through presents Twilight's Edge, a Pathfinder 2nd edition actual play of the Council of Thieves adventure path, converted from Pathfinder 1st edition. Tumble Through uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's fan content policy. Paizo.com/licenses/fan content. Tumble Through is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com.